What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to today's review, which is going to be on Outlast. I'm very excited to do this review because, as you all know, I love the Outlast games. I actually did a review on Outlast 2, and there will also be a review on Outlast Whistleblower coming out tomorrow. That's right, you guys are going to be getting another review tomorrow and another review today because I finished all of my articles. 4 articles are all done. They're ready to go. 2 of them are going up today. 2 are going up tomorrow, and I'm really excited because actually I have things done. I'm not procrastinating with writing these, and they're actually just finished. I'm happy with myself right now. So let's get into today's video. Crazy half-naked men chasing you is normal, right? Not in everyday life, but in this game it is. You're Miles Upshort, an investigative journalist reporting the happenings going on in Mount Massive Asylum. There have been several inhumane experiments that have been taking place there, and your only choice is to hide, run, or die. So choose wisely. Outlast is a first-person psychological horror game created by Red Barrels in 2013. This game will have you becoming a bloodied-up mess each step you take, and questioning your mind when you get to each move that brings you closer to what is the truth that is hidden behind Mount Massive Asylum. Diving further into the game, you will see why everyone went mad, and you will probably question your own sanity too. Okay, I will admit, this was the first horror game that made me cringe. Not because of the blood, not because of the body beds, or the naked men chasing me. No. But it was the sheer fact of not knowing what's coming next or what's lurking behind the next corner. I can't tell you how many times I've actually completed this game and only to be more enthralled with the plot and to see things that I might not have seen when I last played it. The game is a first-person perspective, so I was kind of worried that it would take away the horror feel, but it did exactly the opposite. It made the experience more immersive, and when I first played through the game, I was actually kind of scared, which isn't normal for me. It made the experience more immersive, and after playing it for a 3rd or maybe a 4th time, I could really just delve into what the plotline was, what the story was, instead of getting scared or being anxious constantly throughout the game. The plotline was one of the best I've ever seen since Resident Evil, but Outlast is a new kind of horror, and it brings that concept of not only not being able to fight, but being in a new age of technology with amazing graphics and an on-point story. And Outlast even carried its own weight when it came to being a survivalist type of game. You don't get a fancy gun or supersonic speed, but you get something even better, the chance to outwit your opponents. I know it sounds kind of tedious, but it's well worth it, trust me. For me, when I first played Outlast, I sucked. No, it really, I sucked at it. I was terrible at being a survivalist in an asylum, but by the end of it, I was running around so much that I looked like the very crazy person I was running from. The beginning of the game, things go from point A to point hide. You soon encounter this man. I put it in quotes because since he is technically a, kind of a man slash thing hybrid, I don't know what he is. This man is called Chris Walker, a patient of the asylum who has turned into a beast through genetic modification of some sort. I'm guessing it's through the morphogenic engine that it had, but I kind of digress. That's a thought that I had during the game. Did Chris Walker succumb, or was he a victim to the morphogenic engine? After a very brutal encounter with Chris, you come in contact with a priest named Father Martin Archibound. I think it's the way to pronounce his name, but I'm not sure. Now, Father Martin has a schizotypal personality disorder, and he claims that Miles is the apostle who's going to save them all. This man is a self-proclaimed priest, and he becomes our guide throughout the game, so to speak, in a way, even though he's kind of creepy. The next portion will have details of the game, so it will have parts of the ending and everything like that. So if you've not played the game, play it or watch one of my reviews on it, watch my playthrough, and then come back to, this review. That way you're all caught up. But if you guys don't want to do that and you just want to be spoiled, you're just torturing yourselves. I don't know why you're doing this, but continue watching anyway. Father Martin takes us through the emotions quite literally when he takes us through the asylum and the different parts of its estate. He's kind of like the creepy owner for a rickety old hotel chain, and he's had too much beer and a bad past. The walls of the asylum basically screamed for help as you clawed your way through a very unforeseeable freedom as the plotline grew more intense as you meet several characters that seem crazy, but actually just want you to know how messed up this place actually really is. Now let's dive into something which I thought was actually a nice touch to the game. Not all of the patients want to kill you. I know, shocking, right? Not all of the patients are out for your head. Some of them just want to see a quiver. A lot of the patients in the game let you know that if you make a lot of noise, you're dead. Don't run around to me. It's various kinds of subtle, also vocal cues that really took me off guard and made me love the game even more. Now, speaking of characters, want to see a quiver. Let's talk about the Doctor. He's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in the game. Now, the Doctor is in and you can see his butt. Now really, behind that Tarzan-esque one piece that he has going on, you can literally see his butt. The Doctor is a very colorful character, and in a sense, he makes you curious. He has a brilliant vocabulary and uses some in the beginning to lure Miles in neurolinguistic programming, which was actually used in The Evil Within 2 by Father Theodore. The Doctor has a long discussion with you about God's work and how the priest is trying to turn us into his Lamb of God. Now, the Doctor is also a very sassy creature. He has that kind of Undertaker vibe that really intrigues me and makes me want to see him have his own DLC. Blood rushing to your face and all other extremities as you experience the removal of a limb. Who am I kidding? That made it sound actually quite pleasant. You're gonna lose a hand and you have to be okay with it. Miles, still a champ, throws up and carries on recording and writing notes. I'm sorry, but how are you vlogging, writing notes, jumping and getting away from enemies all while without your hand? Bravo. I admire Miles. He's a very upstanding human being. Now, as usual with any horror game, you have notes. They scream at you from the page in horrific delight, and they'll have you begging for mercy when you're finished reading them. So would I recommend this game? Yeah, in a heartbeat. I would definitely recommend this game. It's a heart-pounding thriller that will make you question your sanity and squeal all at the same time. But that's a review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below because I make videos every weekday. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in today's next video, actually, and tomorrow's video. Peace. Crazy half naked crazy half naked men. This is how this video is gonna start out, with crazy half naked men. So just remember, don't try to fight. Just hide in lockers until you feel safe again. Yeah, crazy half naked men? No problem. Clean it up with Orbitz. Not sponsored by Orbitz. Good God. Got a dirty mouth. Clean it up with a crazy naked. Oh, Ginger. Oh my God. It's always a crazy Monday here in the hipster household. Crazy half naked. Crazy half. My voice. I can't. Crazy half naked men chasing you. It's normal, right? No. It's not. Why did I pause? Why did I even, what? Okay, why am I pausing? Crazy half naked men chasing you is normal. Why am I pausing? What am I, what? Oh, okay, I will admit. I'm not gonna bite anybody, I promise. I will have bit. I will admit. It was a fear fact of not knowing no. Not knowing no? What the